There's a lot of visitations with the children going on with the Star people now. They've kind of like did their work with us, you know, did their work with us. Every now and then they'll give us a flash and take off. But their interest now is with the children. With the children. We've had that experience at home. They're appearing above the schools. And the school is like 6 miles away, and sometimes they call. So the last time we ran up there, and Alan was there, had his camera. There's usually about 3 ships that come in, sometimes 4. I just sit there. But they're fast. They work with the telepathy with the kids, you know, to help the kids with the dream times and things like this. So they haven't come around like they used to. So I asked my grandma about that, and she said, well, they're done with you, you know. Their mission is accomplished. So that's okay, you know, like sleep better now. Yeah, they wake you up. 4:44, 5:55, 3:33, you know, you're up and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and wondering what's going on. So those are the codes that we have that we got to learn. 4:44 is Arcturian. Arcturian. So find out where the Arcturian ships are. Athena is the one that we need to work with. The Arcturus will show themselves when they have the fullest trust in somebody. Okay, Arcturians. So they have a little symbol that they show themselves. It's like a Y with 2 little dots. That's their symbol. And sometimes that shows up on your computer, and your computer doesn't have the key for that. That's just a sign. It just sometimes will pop in. Where'd this come from? So that happened to me a couple times. So just to let you know that they're hanging around, and they work with these laws as well. You want to throw that up? We'll do a real fast interpretations of some of the symbols. Do you have that bar? I just got a call just before we pulled in here from back home, and they said, hey, we've seen you on TV, on the History Channel. I said, what am I doing on there? So anyway, they talk a little bit about this bar. There was a lot of bars on all the light craft. There was like, just in 1947 alone, there was like, in a few days, there was 18 crashes in the Four Corners area, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Utah. And the most famous one was Roswell. And, but this here is from the Socorro crash, okay? And some of the bars were like 1 inch. And I think like Jesse Marcel talked about that. They're a small inch. And some were up to 6 inches and 18 feet long. So there was 18 crashes, and out of them 18 crashes, there was 10 different star races. 10 different star races. They have the bodies at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. That's what was told to me. At that time, maybe about 10 years ago, they had like 66 bodies. I don't know what they have now. But one of my brothers here made this. So this is what they see on the History Channel, right here. So here, you could pass that around. Now there was a formula. The formula is how the symbols are on this bar, and this formula tells a story. And the grandma said that you need to use this formula, otherwise you could confuse people. So this is the true formula, and it resonates with your DNA because you carry the same energy of the 11 dimensional systems. Now what we have here is how it was presented to us, and I just drew them out and put a little bit of color to them. Okay, that's all that is. This is called Universal Law of Free Will. And the grandfathers of all nations are the ones that work with this law. They help to protect your personal freedoms. And through this law of free will, it's they say that all 2 legs and 4 legs, all the ones that fly, swim, and crawl are protected by this law, by this cosmic law. That the surest way to work with this and honor this free will is to have respect. Respect yourself first. Learn to respect yourself first. And when you do that, then there's no way you could disrespect anybody else. It's impossible when you respect yourself. And from that respect, from that experience, and from that knowing and growing and living it, there's what comes from that is integrity. Integrity. Your word is gold. What you do, everything you say, everything you walk, everything turns to gold. Now also the Arcturus is the star messenger that works with this law, because there's a earth messenger, a star messenger, and a messenger from the ascended mastery realms that are guardians of these laws. So Arcturus is the one that works with the freedom rays, and they're the ones that in the past, when the human beings was presenting themselves in a way that was a different light than the natural and the norm of mainstream, whatever country or town or whatever it is, they spoke outside of the norm. People didn't understand them because they were different and they were a threat. They automatically just killed them. It was easier to kill them. So the Arcturians more or less stepped in and on an internal level trained people with diplomacy. So it was easier to talk their way out of things. The men can't do it to women though. Yeah, try to do it with your woman. No way. They forgot to tell the man that. So diplomacy, it saved lives. So you could complete your mission on Mother Earth. Fulfill your purpose, see. Now the other one that works with this is Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, she's also known as the hummingbird. She works and accesses to help access the great karmic council. If you do not know why you're here, if you don't know your purpose or your responsibility, draw the symbol in the sand. Use sand to work with your meditations, like the Hopi, the Navajo. We do that at home. They have certain types of dirts. You draw certain symbols. You circle them because it activates it, see? And it creates movement. The best is the white sand. Over there in New Mexico, it's illegal, but get it anyway. Yeah, I won't tell. It's good. That's why it's illegal to get it. Get that and put it down and get a drum like this and flatten it out. Then draw that symbol on there and circle it. It's important. Okay, well, symbols are really important. Okay, check this out, people. You see this line here and 2 little sticks like this that go off it? What is that? Okay, so it feels incomplete, right, when you just draw it? And when you circle it, it activates it. When it activates it, then it creates movement in people on the inner levels, and it creates movement for years, and it's still happening now. And it creates stories. Each person has a story about peace, and they change, and they vary, and according to how you change. So symbols are important. You are about symbols. Your name is all symbolized, right? This is who I am. These little squiggly lines, that's you. Symbolism. So that is power. You have that. Every nation has that. Every culture has symbols. They have art.
For more information on the next Star Knowledge Conference, go to starknowledgeconference.com.